Hello everyone, welcome to Day Trade Options. This is Thursday. I'm going to do a quick recap. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on the trading for today. I really was only able to trade until 10 a.m. because I had to go to an appointment. But when I did get back into my office, I did get into an SPX little scalp trade. Could have been way better, but I decided to hop out because I wasn't sure what was going to happen. And I'll show you that in a few minutes. But I was able to do another over 1,000 trade profit today. This is getting kind of silly. I know a big part of it's because I've scaled up, but man, it's just kind of crazy. So let's get right into it. I'm going to go over my trades. And like I said, I'm going to do this pretty quickly so that I've got a lot of stuff I have to get done tonight. So here we go. I went ahead and marked this up. And anyway, for you new traders, I trade a system that I just kind of accidentally happened upon by trial and error and testing. And it's called, I call it the LRC trading strategy. It's really an anchored linear regression channel that anchors to two specific points, and it just gives absolute amazing targets, trade levels, scale levels, profit take level. It's just incredible. So anyway, if you haven't seen it, I have a ton of videos. I kind of recap a lot. I do have some videos where I talk more extensively about the strategy itself. Just look those up, try them out, or you can always come into the Discord and ask questions or shoot me a comment on the on the or down below. And please, if you guys don't mind, if you like what you see, give me a like and subscribe if you want to see more of these recaps. I do them. I try to do them every day. So I'm going to get right into it. My trade today was kind of interesting. I was watching PLTR and I noticed it just had some crazy volatility in the beginning. But what I was noticing is it was like forming a consolidation box from wicks to wicks. And so I decided, hey, if this thing it went down here, I was like, if it gets pushed back up above the 80, I'm getting in. Well, I got in right here heavy. Well, I got in 20 contracts. And then it went down and closed below the 80. And I was like, oof, let me see what happens here. I may be exiting this for a loss really quick. Well, I did have a push down. I didn't get a close. It bought right back up and closed right over 80. So as it pushed up here, I added 20 more contracts. So I was in this bad boy for 40, and then it dropped back down to here. So I was in drawdown, to say the least. But I was respecting my levels. I was respecting the LRC that this kept waking up off of. And I think, you know, one of the things that really helped me to know to stay in this trade was this one right here, where this wick came down to the cyan LRC and pushed up all the way up here. It did get sold back into, so I was no doubt a little bit concerned. But still, I was above my 200, I was above my 20, and I was barely above the 80 level, which you and we all should know by now. A level is not an exact spot, right? It's not that perfect line, but we kind of trade that way, and it gives us, that's how we get our confirmations. I think sometimes, as long as it's over, we stay in, right? So you have to have some sort of a guideline. So anyhow, I was in 40 contracts here. I sold 20 on this move here, and then I sold the other 20 there, and I made an $1,100 profit that quick. So that was awesome because I had to leave by 10 and I was like, yoo-hoo. I was able to put away a reach my I was able to reach my quota, my 1,000 a day quota that I've set for myself. So I did also get into Apple. This one was the one I had to leave and put in a stop out. So I probably should have taken all right here, and I'll be honest with you, I did not notice something that one of the other members noticed and pointed it out to me, and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even see that. I would have exited all of them right then. And what I did not notice was this right here. This line right here. That line is a part of this line. This is the long LRC. And those of you that do not know or understand the LRC, I put my video in the link in the description below so that you can link directly to it. It's on the Rumble site, so it'll go to Rumble. I will make a new one and put it on YouTube, but for now, that was one of the first ones I made. It's probably not as good or doesn't get explained as well as I may be able to explain it now, but it does enough for you to be able to understand how to draw it, how to use it, and how it works. So anyhow, that's in the description below. There will be a link to the LRC L-LRC video. So what I did on this one, I just wanted to point out some of the things that I see before I take a trade that actually helps me to get into a trade. One, this push down. Two, towards my long LRC, but also my yellow LRC. This is the indicator. This is the manually drawn one. This one does not draw automatically. I have to draw these for every single chart that I use, or every single ticker. So, and I provide those to the members when they need them as well, if they ask. So here's what I noticed. Price was coming down, hit right below the 237.50, which is a level that I had drawn on the chart. I also provide all support and resistance levels, these like this. Every single morning, I provide quite a few, a ton of them. So it takes a good bit of time to go back and draw them. Some of them I don't have to redo because they're still in the same ranges, but I pretty much have to make adjustments every day to most of them. But anyway, so I noticed that this pushed up off the LRC above the 237.50 level. And so then I was kind of interested. I kind of had my eyes on it. I was watching. And then so the next candle went up, and then the next candle, when it started, it came down to the 20 EMA right as market started and started going up. I entered. I got in 10 calls right here for Apple. I exited at the top of this candle 5 calls. I scaled out 5. What I did not notice was my long LRC. And guys, when you take a look at the long LRC and you understand what it does and can show you, when you see rejections coming down from the long LRC, exit the trade. Get out of it, because most likely it's going to go back to the other channel, which is exactly what it did. And it doesn't always get back to the other channel, but it's just not worth holding it, in my opinion. Why hold this? And so I did, but it's only because I missed it. I was focused on the yellow LRC, and I did not even notice this here. And then I even had a second chance that I didn't notice at the long LRC. So kind of crazy. I just didn't see it. And so it was getting, this was coming down. I was, I can't remember how much I was up at this point, but I decided, hey, I'm going to put a 50-cent trailing stop. And so I did, and then I left, and I ended up getting stopped out for a 425 total profit. I don't know how I ended up with a 425. I must have got in. I don't know what happened there. It doesn't really. Maybe it was I think I have to have this in the wrong spot, but I'll move this up. It had to be like right up here. What time is this? Oh, okay. So it was literally right at 10. So I got stopped out right here. So that makes a whole lot more sense. Um, because I don't know where it actually stopped me out. I just put it in the options chain to, do a trailing stop, and when I got back, I had a $425 profit. So that was Apple today. Good trade, good trade. I could have had almost over $1,000. I think was when I was up here if I had just sold all 10. Um, but I held it like a goofball. I should never have held this. I should have exited right here. I don't know what the heck I was doing, to be honest. Typically, my strategy or my rules would be to exit on the second red, especially being this far away from the 20. I didn't do that. It did come down, and this is why I normally do that. For those of you that are new, I trade up. If I get two reds in a row, two consecutive reds, I exit. I wait to see if I get a pullback to the 20. If I get a green candle, I enter the next candle above the close of the green candle, and I trade up, scale out, rinse and repeat. That's how I trade, and it works out. It works out great. So anyhow, don't even know why I didn't sell. I don't know why I didn't exit here because I would have had more profit, but that's trading, I guess. Sometimes you just don't you're not focused. Um, the last thing that I traded was this is when I came back after my meeting. Um, and it went after I got out. So I was watching this and I entered on this candle. I believe it was this one right here. And what got me on this is I was watching NASDAQ, Apple, ES, and they were all and QQQ. They started to push up and move across a level, and we were in me and a couple of the members. We were in there trading, and they bought this with me, and it's it was like when we were looking at it, it really looked good, like it was going to go. Honestly, the most important thing is to get. Now, this one would have faked you out, but I typically want to see a move up back over the red LRC and then get a move over the green of this candle for a continuation. Well, this one, it did move up above the close. So the way I typically trade, I would have bought this and then would have had to would have probably got out because of it being SPX. But you can also be much more conservative and may wait for this to have um, a green candle close, or at least enough of a move to make it look worth it. But in any event, I did scale out two here, scaled out I think three here. I scaled out one here, and then I scaled out I exited the last one right here when it came back up to this red line, and I was able to get a $300 profit out of all of that. So that was it. I didn't get to do too much today because I had to leave early. Um, there was, I think, quite a few. I know we talked about one of the big moves that we missed today. May have to start watching a little more. I stopped trading BABA because I just didn't like the price action. But here lately, because I guess the news, it's had some pretty good days. I mean, it still has some nasty pullbacks, but that's okay. Look how good this thing respects the LRC. It's incredible, man. This would have been an easy entry. I have a 97 level right here. Look at this. It's almost perfect setting up off the level, moving above the 20, the 200. And you get in on this candle, you get this one, you get in on this one, you hold it, you scale out. You could either exit here, but you're already pretty close to 20. I would have just held because I'm so close to the 20. And then you would have had no reason to get out of this trade at all until, well, I probably would have exited right here at the 101.50 because it's a major level for me. that would have been me, or at least I would have got out of all of my contracts with the exception of maybe a couple, and to see if I get maybe let it go throughout the day and see if I got more. And sometimes those are just like, they're so slow moving and you don't gain a whole lot. I just a lot of times when I have runners, I just go ahead and cut them and take profit and move on. It's just kind of I get tired of keeping an eye on them actually. But anyway, great trade on Baba today. Anyone that got that, congrats. That was a good trade. I don't know of anything else that was worthy of that was really good today because once again I didn't have a whole lot of time to look at the market. So anyway, that's it for the day, guys. I'm not going to be here too long. So I appreciate you watching. Please hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't, if you want to see more of these. And also, if you're interested in trading live with us, there is a link in the description down below. And I will see you guys on the next video.